And we're live. Okay. Hello all. Sorry I'm late. I actually made it back to my room on time today, so everything was fine, and then it turns out messing around with Docker earlier today might have caused a couple of issues. And unfortunately that kind of nuked my Docker, so I had to like restart, and that had like a bunch of time. Yeah, bottom line, it's day 50, and I'm here, and I'm ready to write some code, I guess. So, yeah. It's day 50, which is really huge. It still feels a little bit like I don't know what I'm doing, but I guess that's like kind of inevitable regardless of how long I stream for. But 50 days is still quite a large number, actually, the more I think about it. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, so I'll be doing leetcode, and then the small task for today is just getting rid of like size types and just using like standard human readable size keywords. So yeah, hopefully it goes somewhat reasonably, and yeah, we're gonna have a pretty good time, I think. So let's start with the leetcode. I need to log in 1 second. Let me not dox myself completely. Okay. Alright, streak's still up. Streak's still going. Oh, it's more triangles. Oh, why is there an AI preview? No. No, please no. Anyway. So we're going with 0 index integer array nums. Num size is between 0 and 9. Triangular sum. Okay. Okay, so this is like, I guess just like overflow and take the first digit, I guess, or the ones place. Okay, that seems to make sense. Is there a way to do this without just like iterating over it all completely, or like, I guess we could just, I guess this is like sorta just like simulating it, right? It's like n squared. Okay, is there a way we can like speed this up? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 would end up 18. Right? I guess, is there a way we can relate one layer to another? That's like the big question here. So I guess we can take a screenshot of this. Yeah, let's put it here and let's toy around with it. So I guess, how do we relate these two layers? This one, the sum is 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5. So then, next one is, or we can just like mod once at the end, I think. So then the next layer down is 1 plus 2. Oh, is this just like Pascal's triangle? Almost. That's like inverted, sort of. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus, I guess we can rewrite this a little bit. Yeah. Plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5. And this row ends up, okay, so then, so this is like what? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This one is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. This one ends up like 1, 3, 3, 3. This is like Pascal's rectangle or something. This is really funny. Okay, so then, yeah, so that's this middle row. Right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna make this a mess, I guess. And then this one would end up like... Okay. Sure. So then... Can we extrapolate this down to just like 1, 5, 5, 5, 1 question mark? Possibly. That seems like a reasonable place to extrapolate at least. Okay, so we can, so now this is 1 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 5, I guess. And the math doesn't work out here, so that seems wrong at a glance. So we do more funky stuff, it appears. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. This one, I guess we could just keep going. This is 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Oh, wait, this grows at an interesting way. And then 1 plus, or no, this is 2, 3, 3. Oh, wait, I understand it now. I understand it now. This is just Pascal's triangle, I think, right? Yeah, so 2 plus 3 times 3 plus 3 times 4 plus 5. So then we can go down one more layer. And then we get oh boy. So 1 plus 6. 6? No, 4. 4 times 2 plus, we have 6 3s. And then 4 4s, and then 1 5. Okay, so let's triangle this up. Does this line up? Yeah, it lines up. Okay. All right. Well, let's do it like that, I guess. This is very awkwardly created. Are you making Pascal's triangle in C++? No, but, well, yes in the sense that this problem requires it. No in the sense that, like, I'm not, like, implementing it just standalone. Okay, so we just throw math at it, is what I'm seeing. Is there a formula? Okay, so we want res equals 0. Okay. Yeah. Geeks for Geeks definitely does things. I feel like I've heard that it's inaccurate, but I still use it sometimes. I don't really understand it, at least. This might just be faster to directly simulate, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, well, let me just like look through this. Is there, okay, so I guess I'm right about that. Do you have a vibe code? I used to vibe code a lot. Now, honestly, I don't feel like it's particularly interesting to me. Let's just do the little simulator real quick. We can just do like this. Equals 0, or j is less than or less than I. J is plus. Yeah, this is poly time, which, or like square, or this is O of n squared, but so it goes. Yeah, we will handle this as such. We can do it like this, maybe? Yeah, we start with the largest one. Oh, wait, we need to start with 1. Yeah, like that. We can do this, and then we can mod it by 10, I guess. Try using GPT-5 for C and it failed miserably. Yeah, that's kind of the experience, to be honest. Oh my, what? What? Okay, let's just auto ref I in nums. I'm gonna mod it by 10. Let's solve that one. Are you kidding me? Why is this breaking? You feel productive until you find none of the troubleshooting advice even slightly helps? Yeah. I feel like a lot of the C stuff is kind of just like, I guess there's just like a lot less training data that's publicly available, which is why it particularly sucks. Why is this overflowing? Why are we getting these numbers? How the hell? What? Oh, duh. Whoops. Yeah, turns out we were going the wrong way. Okay. And then, yippee, we solved it fast. Okay. What's the really fast? Views. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty neat. What are these slow solutions out of curiosity? This one makes a new vector, so that's slow. This one uses pushback, which is also really slow. Okay, well, that's pretty funny. How are you using Vim in LeetCode? Yes, there's a setting to turn on Vim buttons. Code editor, you can turn on Vim. There's also Emacs bindings, which is kind of funny to me. You can also turn on relative line numbers as well, which is really nice. I quite like them. Let me turn off wrap. I don't like wrap. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of triangle. Yeah, so LeetCode's done. This pile is just here for me to like look at in case I need to add more stuff. But as a quick recap from last time, what did I do? I merged the branch. Where did it go? Should be, yeah. So we go to close pull requests, control flow. All of this whole pile we officially finished after adding some while loop tests and fixing a couple bugs here and there. It's all merged, and we can safely say now that we have some form of control flow. Eventually I'll add for loops and do while loops, but they're pretty low priority for now. I want to just like at least get some semblance of control flow and some semblance of a loop inside, and then from there we can mess around with the changes. What do you mean by making types normal? I guess specifically, if I open up another, oh, that's Discord. Whoops. Let me go to the real thing real quick. Yeah, so we're on main. So if we look in our tests, I guess, this will kind of explain everything. The problem is, like, it's low-key annoying to have to deal with all of these errors. And that's because the size types are not base C, as in they come from a header. I think it's from C type? Yeah. Or... yeah, C student. So those come from that, and that's cool and all, but honestly, I don't care enough. So, yeah, the reason I avoided using just like standard C types, so like short, long, int, I don't know why I did that in that order, like long. The reason I avoided using these was because like they're kind of, they vary by like implementation if I remember correctly. Both in terms of like 32-bit versus 64-bit, and in terms of like specific implementations of those. It's like really annoying. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Or actually, wait. No, there's definitely a table somewhere. Yeah, this one. Where'd it go? Okay, well, yeah, okay. So if we look here, you'll notice things are not really consistent, and that is very annoying. So the way I got around this for the longest time was just like, literally avoiding the problem altogether by using size types, or at least that was my idea. But then I thought about it, and I was like, this is annoying to benchmark, and this is annoying to like run comparative code for. So like, so I was like, fuck this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to normal types, I guess, pretty much, as opposed to fixed size types. There's a syntax highlighting for your language defined in neoven configs, and some keywords are different. I think it's just tree sitter. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure what's happening under the hood there, but I imagine it's nothing too special. Okay. Let me just like look up these data model differences. So what is the I? Integer? Okay. We could like define these actually. We can just define these with, we can define these somewhere and then like switch between them. This is really annoying though. Congrats on 1K, thank you. Okay, wait, so yeah, these sizes are very confusing to me. So short is consistent across all. Int is consistent across all. Long is consistent across. Alright, int is consistent across some. Long is consistent across some. And then long is consistent across all. Which is really annoying. This really bugs me. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the implications of this, but I don't think there's too much, at least, to think about right now. I'll just probably like throw a lot of these into like some enum and call it a day. Let's go try hard. Haven't seen you here in a while, yeah. Yeah, I have finished adding control flow for the time being, and now I'm adding a quick little ergonomic change, getting rid of these size types because it's bugging me. So, yeah. Just to clarify, I think we'll still have the size types in the middle end proper, but we're gonna be like changing them in the front end at least, because the front end is where the annoyances really come from. I think HIR to MIR conversion is where I'll be converting them into fixed size types. But until then, I think I will leave them as these sorts of types. So we can redefine all these types, and by all these types I mean one type. Did you get the compiler rule? Not yet. I feel like this application season might be a little bit cooked, so I'm just using this time to like build my skill set out a little bit more and just get ready for next year, because there's way more full-time roles than there are internships. That's like the really big problem for me, at least, because I've got one more summer of an internship, but it's really hard to find any compiler internships that also accept, I guess, undergrad / non-PhD. Yeah, so it makes a little bit of a mess out of everything, but that's fine. I'll just need to deal with that as we take it. Okay, so we want to change this to, I guess we want short. We want short, int, long, and long. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it at int for now. Int, actually no, we should keep all of them for now. Fuck it, let's just add all the types. Let's just add all the types in C. All the types that we care about right now. All the primitives. I need a branch as well, I just realized. Type front and types. Okay. Alright, so we can go back to here. I think it's in here? Yeah, okay. We have char. I also need bool, right? That'd be nice. Oh wait, is Boolean not native? Java object-oriented better than C++ object-oriented? I think a case could be made for that. Yeah, I mean, I think Java is kind of the most paradigmatically object-oriented, whereas C++ has objects and has object-oriented support, but like it's not a primary feature. Is Boolean not? Oh wow. Okay, we need to. This comes in a header. That's really crazy. That's really nuts. Wow. Small feature that I take for granted, I guess. Okay, so we have char, int, short, Long. Oh, this is embedded. This is not the right one that I care about. Is long default either? Okay, it is native, right? Macro for true 1 false 0 could be added? Yeah, I guess. I'm probably gonna make like a 1-bit type anyway, at least internally to handle some stuff, but yeah, that's not an immediate concern for me at least. I think this is probably a good start for the types at least. Yeah, we can leave it as a list, I guess. So this should be char, and then all right. I can just paste like this, short, int, long. I don't want to worry about all the other types right now, low-key. That seems like a little bit of a mess. I'll add floating point eventually. I guess I can get rid of char and then this is a very regrettable choice. Let's just get rid of char for now. We'll add things that aren't numbers eventually some other day. Does your language allow macros yet? No, I don't intend on implementing the preprocessor for a while at least. Yeah, that was just a pragmatic choice. The amount of things I can add are quite infinite, but unfortunately my time is not, so I have to do a little bit of prioritization at least. So this is short. We want to return short. Int, long, and then long. Why does long even exist, to be honest? It seems a little bit interesting to me. Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy. Does CN allow for buffer overflows? Surely not, right? It shouldn't be, right? Oh, I lied. Yeah, okay, it very much can, I think. Okay. But I guess stood string avoids the issue because, yeah, that makes sense. So I guess if you're using a char array, it doesn't intrinsically avoid buffer overflow. But if you're using like a stood string, I think, at least if this AI overview is to be believed, yeah. If you use a stood string or if you set a maximum size, I think you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we'll just make all these I64 for now until we fix it. Yeah, let's add this. Use non-fixed size types, or use add. Okay, so we have that. Next thing we need to change, let's just check everything in here. I don't think any of these use hard-coded types, so that's fine. Yeah, this operator shit is kind of doomed regardless, not gonna lie. Yeah, we'll figure that out some other time. That's not a high priority. Yeah, nothing else looks hard-coded, so I think that's fine. The parser, however, I know things are definitely hard-coded. And something will break, I think. Okay, we need to change the keywords here. So this should be int, I guess. I guess we could add more types right now. It doesn't hurt, right? Surely it doesn't hurt. Let's make this short, long. Wait. These don't end with T anymore. This makes things way easier. Oh, I lied. Long, long. Okay. Let's move this here. Short. So we have int, long, and then long, long. Okay. I think long, long might cause some parsing issues, but we'll see how that ends up going. I think we'd have to try to parse that first then, and then we can go from there. We'll have to do this like apply if match thing, I think. But yeah, that's just like the standard experience, I suppose. Yeah, but that's okay. So let's change in the braces. Real quick, let me just, okay. So this should be apply if, what did I call it? Peg total apply if match. Jesus, that's awful. So we should check long, long first, I think. Yeah, because that one is the most restrictive type. Or I guess like the one that supersedes some type in between. And let's just keep adding this. So we want keyword long, and then we can, that's a period, whoops. Okay, so this should be int, should be short, okay. Yeah, that reasonably makes sense to me. Yeah, okay. Let's get in. Last time I finished adding loops and stuff, so this time I am saving my LSP from yelling at me every time I open a test file. Yeah, because currently I use fixed size types which require an import. And I've decided I no longer care about fixed size types, and I will let some other part of the front end deal with it once I get there. So I'm going back to just using the C built-in types. And that means I have to change everything in the front end pretty much, or every use of a type in the front end, which is acceptable. It's not the worst fate, at least. It still sucks, but yeah. Okay, so this I don't think we need to change. then do I do like a, how do I handle types right now? Need to find a challenging project for real? Yeah, I mean there's plenty of stuff to do. Like, I think the esports spot stuff is, there could be some meaningful stuff, at least. Now for like challenging, I think if you aren't familiar with like programming languages land, I feel like crafting interpreters might be a fun one to follow. It's just kind of interesting to like think about writing code from the perspective of like a language designer rather than just like someone that makes something that like goes into like production. So yeah, that might be fun. Got reservations working? Clutch. Let me take a closer look. Okay, we're just gonna put this on second monitor real quick. Ooh. Ooh, wait, that's quite nice. Okay, yeah, that's good stuff, thank you. I don't think it's a bad idea to just like work through a couple tutorials just to like get familiar with more ideas, and then you can figure out what you want to do. Just clean the API to get back, I see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I could like probably throw something together for the bot at least, unless you wanted to. I assume time zone's UTC, so we can mess with it as we see fit. I know Python has like a date time library, so we could probably do that. Okay, yeah, I can clean it up then. Okay, where do I handle types here? Oh, it's in declaration, huh? That's the only place, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. Like, not perfect because I have to use stir to type. Eh? What is stir to type? Oh, that's stir to type. Okay, fair enough. I think the new Discord is probably the hardest part. Setting up the database, I think it's handled by the Docker Compose. So, like you might need to like run this one script in like the database director, I think it was. But yeah, maybe just like initialize that. Like life is good, and then you kind of can just like set it and forget it. Oh, that is a reminder. I should add that to the getting started. Okay. Yeah, that's something I forgot, or an oversight on my part. Okay. So it turns out we don't actually need to change much in the parser, I think. Yeah, if you have another account, you should be able to do it then, yeah. But also, like, if you just don't want to do it, then, like, fair enough, just let me know. I can handle it. I bet this build is gonna fail somewhere. Done any work off the branch? I haven't added anything to it, at least. I've worked off, like, a separate branch, but, I didn't get past, like, I didn't have time to add anything other than just, like, poking at the config, I guess. Okay, let's see if the tests fail. Surely the tests fail. I'd be very surprised if they didn't fail. Okay. Okay. As expected, everything fails. What is different now? What? Oh, it's just not parsing anymore. Oh. Of course it doesn't parse anymore. Of course it doesn't parse anymore because I got rid of the type. So of course all these are empty programs. That makes complete sense. Oh boy, I forgot this is a change I need to make to everything. Let's just 64T, let's just replace it with nothing. Yeah, we're just gonna make everything an int for now and call it a day. I know this is not the same behavior, but we can add variety to life once we figure everything out. Yeah, okay. And this also gets rid of all the errors, you know, like we actually wanted. So that's huge. We're still up. Okay. Let's try making tests again. Interestingly, some of them pass. I guess all of the MIR ones pass. Why is that one not passing? What is different about that? The fuck? The hell? Is there something stupid I'm missing somewhere that got changed? What? Okay, this front end's wait, what? What? Is this not just the same thing? Oh, this is definitely not the same thing. What the fuck? Why are the numbers? I don't know. I'll worry about that later. Okay, let's make those changes. Okay. Yeah. We know the MIR stays roughly the same, which is the really funny outcome of all of this, but yeah. I don't think anything else needs to change, right? What's good, Replay? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I think all the AST stuff we can keep roughly the same, right? The toString doesn't need to change. So let's run this, and then test, regression, input, and let's give it like if. Okay. Yeah, this does exactly what we want it to. What does HIR? Does this do exactly what we want it to? Yeah, that's not English. Does this do exactly what we want it to? It looks like it does, which is nice. I don't think we need to change anything here. I don't think we hardcode anything. Oh, this is source. Yeah, apologies if this is like a slush pile. I don't know a better way to grep through these. Actually, I do know a better way. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Okay. Let's should be prepended with a space, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Wait, what the fuck? Why are these typed? Wait, why is that a type value? Wait. Wait, what was I doing? Yeah, let's... Okay, anyway. I think that means we don't need to change a lot elsewhere. So the only thing we need to change is just like handle types in HR to MIR, I think. Yeah, so we need more types in the middle end, it looks like. At long last, it's catching up to me. But not really. So this, we can make I16, I think? What's the sizes? Yeah, the baseline is 16. I8 doesn't exist yet. I think. Yeah, these are the sizes that we'll be working with, at least for now. So I think this is a good start. We can extend this out a little bit. Alright, we got, oh, that's ugly. My god, that's ugly. How do I turn off cling format again? Okay. Cling format off, and then let's turn it back on here. Okay, perfect. I want this to be readable, so yeah, okay. So we have that. That's good to go. I need to implement the new types, I think, right? No, I don't. I don't need to implement anything here, actually. Okay. And then here, I think we can now just use the new types. Okay. We might need to include a data model. We can hard code this for now, I think. Okay. Okay, so what's the standard data model? Okay, it looks like, yeah, I was looking this up. Yeah, let's use LP64, which is the one that I'm comfortable with, at least. So so long and long get handled the same here. Int gets I32, and then short gets I16, I believe. Okay. So then, yeah, this is fine, I suppose. Let's build real quick. Let's see if this works, even remotely. Yeah, and I guess while we wait for this, how's everyone's day? I haven't I want to at least interact with y'all a little bit more. It feels a little bit, at least recently I've realized low-key, I don't really interact with chat properly, so I'm kind of curious how everyone's doing today. Feel free to let me know in the chat or in Discord or something. Okay, looks like it builds. So now it should fail all the tests. That looks ideal. Sort of. I think there should be I-64. We hard-code it in some places. Yeah, okay. So those are fine, this is fine, this is fine. That's fine. These ones I need to change up. Yeah, okay. But they're all just in HR to MIR, so we can just filter like this. Okay. Auto type is, do we encode type info? I really hope we encode type info. It'd be very tragic if we didn't. That's a problem actually. So this is maybe we stick a type on the atom as well now. I think that is what we need to add to make this reasonably effective. Okay. So this is value, and then we need a type. I think, right? Are we storing them together? I think we are. Yeah, yes we are. Okay. And then symbols are associated with type, I think, right? So what else do we need to associate with types? I guess maybe we need to do a little bit of redesign to handle types properly then. I guess we could add like a function type as well. Yeah, we can do it like that as well, I guess. Yeah, let's add a function type. Because these are also attached to identifiers, I think. So function. You could also just make this a normal enum and then make conversion a little bit less awful, but yeah, okay. That's good, Rahul. Welcome to the stream. I am making changes to support C's baseline like native types as opposed to the fixed size types that are defined in one of the headers. Okay, we can do it like this, I think. This should crash if we pass in function, which is ideal. Right? Unless we want to std unreachable it, actually. We shouldn't worry about it here, I think, right? Yeah, we'll never parse it into never parse it into a function, methinks. We need to a case type function, one is stood unreachable. Or we can even, right? Oh, cast? Yuck. Okay, we can actually just handle it like this, right? And then this just drops down. Yeah, that should stood unreachable, I think, which is ideal. I lied. Okay, we do need to stood unreachable then. Okay. Let's make, looks like it compiles properly, which is good. Okay. Okay, huge. So this seems reasonable enough. This list seems reasonable enough. So now we need to stick a type onto Atom, I think. So we want type. Include that type. I think, yeah, we can do that on literal as well. Yeah, we need type on both of these, which is annoying, but that's how it goes. We need it here as well. Default that, or zero it, I guess. Okay. I think that's fine then. Okay. So we need to fix these up now. We can even just steal this, to be honest, and paste it here. Okay, and then we need one more getter. Oh. Again, do that. Life is good. Let's put this here. Okay, we have getters for that now. Let's see. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff. Okay. Rewrite tests with C native types, base types, I guess. And then we want to add type, right? We need to add all that. Or what did we change here? We just add function to those. So then get add source middle end. Actually, what did we change there again? Oh wait, we need to add more to this. Oops. Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward though, I think. Just add I16 and then I32. Okay. Is there anything else I need to change here? Guess not. Add more type sizes in middle and finally add function type plus add type to add-ons. Okay. Docker working in bot setup stuff. Just run docker compose up build, I think, and then it should work at least. Yeah. Make sure you do like all the config changes and stuff. And I think it should work. If not, let me know, and I guess we can debug it on the fly. A test command, just like ping the bot, I guess. It should. Oh wait, no, the chess emojis aren't set up. Damn it. I guess like the one that like lists game room games is probably safe. That one probably requires like 0 config. I guess if type info is already encoded in the add-ons, then we don't need to really do anything here, I think. Yeah, okay. I guess this is also where you can add like typecasting, right? No commands are showing up. Did you add the guild ID in the thing? Okay, well, I guess I'll take a look after then, yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know. How do we do typecasts? What are the rules for typecasting in C? Or for implicit? Okay. So just, it gets promoted upwards and then... Oh, I forgot long double exists. That's really funny. Okay, implicit conversions. This is pretty important to know anyway, so I guess it's good that I'm reading it, but like, damn. Function without prototype. Okay, integer promotion. So it looks like promotion is automatic. But then I guess I should order them then in a... I guess I should order the types in the promotion order. I guess that'll make it easier. Oh, wait, no. No, I won't, because some things will have equal. Okay. Let's open a God Bolt. I think that would be a good way to test it. We'll just ignore this cached stuff. So we want, let's do like bool I equals int 5. Okay, this, I forgot, boolean doesn't exist. Short I equals int 5. Okay. It's like int I, we can do short j. Let's set this to like let's do that. Let's pass in I to this. Let's see what happens. I need to semicolon. Okay, so then, oh, there's a truncate operator. What happens if I make this like 1 then? Does this just fit? Or do I still need to truncate? Okay, it looks like it still truncates. Okay, we can add like implicit cast then, I guess. I guess we could add like a cast operator for now. I don't think this needs a type anymore though, because type info is kind of encoded into the variable now. So yeah, we can do it like that, I guess. Yeah, actually that makes things a little bit easier. We still need it in the constructor though, but that's less of a concern, I think. Okay. So I think that makes sense. And then we need to change things here. Alright, wait. Yeah, that's all of a sudden this seems a little bit more messy now that I look at it again. I guess we don't need to store it though, so fair enough. Yeah, we don't need no type anymore. That also makes this a little bit less ugly. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. 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 Okay. So everything now encodes those, I guess. We're gonna need to make some parser changes though. Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe this is a little bit more difficult than I expected. What do we do with a type? Ah. Ah. Okay. Yeah, this makes a mess out of our parser, actually. Okay. So where do we need parsed atoms, at least? So in a declaration, we definitely need that. We don't need type here anymore, though. But now that makes a mess everywhere else. Yeah, we need this for operators still, at least. Okay. We can get rid of here as well, right? Yeah, because the function... fuck. Okay, we can get rid of a function type, actually, I think. Because we can just associate the function type with the name, I think. I really hope. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. That also solves the ugly unreachable thing we had. Yeah, that fixes that as well. Okay. Do we always just add the last type of the thing? Or I guess we could look up the symbol, and if it exists, then we use that type. If not, then we use the last existing type, right? At least for like numbers that would work, right? What's broken now? We don't use type anymore. Well, we'll use that soon enough. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, LSP. Okay, so number, I think we can just use the most recent type we parsed, right? Identifier, I think we can also use the most recent type we parsed. And then yeah, this doesn't have type anymore, which is fine. We also need to fix it in here, right? Yeah. Okay. What else is missing here? Okay. we'll clean this shit up later, I think, right? We can do this real quick, right? We can do I get variable get type. We can toString this as well. And then, okay, we're fixed. And then this is variable type. Yeah, okay. Alright, we fixed all of our problems, right? We have nothing to worry about anymore. Sounds good to me. Right, I'm sure nothing will come up in a couple of seconds that will ruin my day. Why does type still exist? That's why it still exists. Whoops. Alright, we don't have type anymore. So this is mad now, but we can toString, and then we want name get type so we want front end. Okay, perfect. This little namespace thing is a little ugly, but it is what it is. So, let me nuke the AC real quick. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should make like a fixed prefix size as well to avoid this weird thing. Yeah. Okay, so that cleans some things up at least. Give up on the mod? Man. Well, I mean, like gave up, or like just putting it on the shelf. Not worth hassle since the game got another update? Yeah. Happens, I guess. I mean, surely, eventually someone will want to do something similar once again, so eventually there will be someone to hand it off to, right? Surely. So, how do we parse types again? Is there like a fixed way to parse types, or? Right, let's write out this logic somewhere. So if it's an identifier, get type from table, I guess. If it's a literal, then it gets a little bit funky. I guess we could set to like a default type. The default type being just like C type parsing. What's your favorite ID? I mean, I won't see a reason to use anything other than UofM, I guess. But VS Code was what I used for the longest time, so I guess so it goes. Full blind. Okay. Whew. Saved by Dark Reader. Okay, this is this is a very helpful article, you know. It says a whole lot of nothing. Cut again? Okay. Oh god. Okay. Alright, yeah. We're gonna do that. Default based on Iceberg, I guess. Yeah, we can do it like that, I guess. I think that should be correct. And then we should parse the expers type first, so that will affect the stack of it, I guess. I'll add explicit parsing eventually, but this means we can kind of just set a type, right? Or we could just like make a stack, right? This means we will have to Make another fuck ass pile. Okay. Types. There we go. We get to use type again. How jolly and how joyous. Okay. So when you parse the type, we want to put it on the stack, I think. Yeah, okay. And then when we add like proper expression parsing, then we can we can add a value temporarily to the stack, and that will help us create the typecast instruction, I guess. And that'll be like a unary operator, so that I'm not that concerned about. We need to change the way we handle type real quick, because this is very important. So yeah, parsed types, we want to push back. Actually, let's keep this real quick. So we give it str to type, then we give it in string, or that. What's wrong here? Unword map string to type. Oh. We can just throw an at that. Okay. What's good, John? I haven't seen you in stream for a while. Good to hear that you're alive. Okay, so this pushes back the type. Yeah, so then we need to make a mess out of this, I think. Yeah, so when we have a number, we want we will make this less ugly eventually, but yeah. So we have the ID, and then we want type is parse types back there. Alright, we want res second, then has symbol. Yeah, there we go. And then we can give it in string. Oh wait, we need to do this first actually. I'm alive, yippee. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, so if it has the symbol, then we get distributed queue with Redis? Ooh. Fun stuff. I haven't worked with Redis yet, somehow. I feel like I should work with Redis at some point. Okay, we also want a symbol to type mapping, I think. This is what we need to add. Yep, that's right. Another little map. My stream might just be spotty. Who knows? It happens very frequently. Let's do ID to symbol, and then let's do like ID to type, I think. Yeah, let me know in chat when I'm back. I can't tell for sure. I can't tell from my end for pretty obvious reasons. Got the bot working? Let's go. Good stuff. With or without your changes? I want front end, utils, and type. Oh, this is cool. You'd enjoy it? That makes sense. Yeah, I thought about using it for our esports bot actually. And then I got lazy, so I ended up not doing it. I also just don't have a use for it yet, so yippee. Without right now, working on it? Okay. Well, yeah, let me know if there's like anything you want me to take over instead, so yeah. Yeah, Redis is like pretty simple as an idea, but it's like, it's so useful. Like, yeah, I don't think there's a lot to say about it just because it's quite straightforward. It makes me very happy to see it exist. Do this. Add symbol should just, yeah, we should also give it a type, I think, right? Type. Yeah, okay. So we do that. Yeah, this seems reasonable enough. Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like every single, like a lot of people have done different like dining hall tracking apps of some degree, and they always end up dying because Dine on Campus is the worst company known to humankind, I suppose. Yeah, you've got a pretty nice legacy of that app left behind, I suppose. Okay, so we want type here. That's the change there. We also need to do get type. Type to, or ID to type at ID. Symbol table. Stimble table. I can't type. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah. We tried, to be fair to Aiden, we tried doing this the normal way, the perfectly sane way, and then we talked to IT and we asked if we could get access, and IT said no. So, I guess we're gonna have to do it the way that doesn't share student ad IDs. Yeah, it's just like, this is an extension of the admin sign-in, I suppose. Oh, I see. Okay, well, fuck. I mean, at least you're like hired by Norris, so it's like acceptable. And also, I can simplify this now. Sending the whole student data is fucked. I guess it makes sense that, like, given that we weren't allowed to, like, just be given an API key and do whatever. Yeah, I guess we could. How do I throw an exception again? Or what's it called? Invalid argument. I do this somewhere else, but I don't remember where. Terraform might be a little bit overkill, but I feel like it'd be funny, so I mean... Let's say fuck it. How do we throw an exception? Stood. Invalid argument. Type exists already for symbol. Then we want symbol. We can make this more verbose eventually. We want ID to symbol or to type. So we already have symbol, so bracket operator should be safe. We can just at, and we can symbol. Or it's like symbol to ID. At type or symbol. So that does not equal type. Then we can throw that. And then we can return ID. Right? Okay. So we can using U in 64s? Yeah, I mean we gotta take advantage of our infinite space in the computer. We want bracket operator here because we want to add it if it doesn't exist. Then we check that. If a type exists, then that's not good. Or wait a second. Weekly retrospectives? I might do that, yeah. The problem is just like a lot of work takes a lot of time, and unfortunately I'm rather busy, so it's a little bit difficult to schedule all the time in, for better or for worse. Okay, so if it exists, then we want this. Wait, I'm getting lost in my own logic. So we can get this. If the type doesn't agree, then we do that. Okay, sure. We need symbol ID to type. That's ID. Not type here. Okay. So add symbols cleaned up. Get symbol, I think, It's straightforward enough. We have get type. We have has symbol, symbol. Okay. Why do I have a toString for this? Why did I do this? This is like zero utility, but I'm also gonna we're gonna extend it anyway, even though it has literally zero utility, because I don't print it anywhere in the event that I need it. That's really funny. I forgot I made this thing. So we want type, or I guess like this should exist, so we can use that. So we want toString or toString type. And we can add symbol. Okay. Why doesn't this toString? There we go. What's all? Okay. Okay, that cleans this stuff up in some really ugly and sick and twisted way, but sure. Alright, that's enough of that one. I think that's everything in symbol table that we need to clean up. Yeah, looks good enough to me. So now we can go back to fixing our car. Or this mess. Obviously I've made things a little bit uglier, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay. Type, so that one's fine. So we parse the number, we want to do this, and then we want this doesn't go into the table, so you can just pull parsed types back. What? I swear I updated the constructor. Yes, I did. Oh, okay, so now it works? Okay, well, sure. I guess sometimes LSP has a little too much to drink as well, and you know, that's how it goes. Okay. So what's broken here? Okay, right, so the identifier, we want to check if it has the thing. Okay, yeah, so we want second as symbol, and we want in string. Then we can handle it like that. Otherwise, we can handle this differently. We need to do that. We need to add symbol, add type to it, I think. Yeah. Now we need to construct with ID and type. Actually, we could like do some yucky ternary operator stuff, huh? Yeah, let's actually just make a bool here. Let's just do this, and then save the legwork. And then we can ternary the rest of this and immediately cancel out all of the legwork we just did. So if it has a symbol, then we can do second get type, and we pass in, oh crikey. Okay, I lied, we're separating this out. Is there a better way than full Docker rebuild for testing the bot? I think you can try without rebuild. I might just rebuild it every time though. I think that's what I ended up doing, and it like sucks a little bit. I think there's a thing that lets you. I think there's a way that you can set Python to like live update, but you could also like, that's something that I have to like look into. It wasn't annoying enough for me, at least in the past. Yeah, that's kind of how I've dealt with it before. Make unique. This takes in let's take the ID, so res second can add symbol because it already exists. Yeah, so then we can, oh, it's a bit of a catch-22, huh? Okay, well, I guess we need to add more things to symbol table. Yeah, I guess you could probably modify the Docker file to just set the code to a volume, but it'd be a little bit clunky. Do we even need add symbol like this anymore? Yes, yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. We need this still. Let's just throw in get ID from symbol. This, and then like it's good. We need to throw this in here though, I think. Alright. Let's put it here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is just gonna be a mess inevitably, which is fine. Do that, and then we want ID, and we want, wait, Amazon recall? What's the recall on? It's on my bed? What's happened to my bed? Like, it's a product safety alert, and it's for my mattress. The hell? Okay, am I gonna like, what is the notice? Immediately stop using 10-inch Elite Space Hybrid mattresses due to risk of serious injury or death from fire. Okay. Yeah, so please don't break into my apartment and set my mattress on fire, I guess. I don't know. Sure. That's really funny. Okay, well, lovely. I would very strongly prefer it if my mattress were not set on fire, but that's just a light preference. Okay, so we want, oh, actually, yeah, we should just get the type here, I think. Yeah, I might be getting set on fire very shortly. Second. Right, if it has a symbol, we can just run add symbol as well, right? Yeah, wait, this makes no difference in my logic. You can just, yeah, wait. Wait, this makes things way easier for me. Let's okay. Let's try that again. So it's an identifier, so wait, no. Right? Because we can just, no, wait, no, because if we're using a variable, then, okay, yeah. So my logic is wrong then. So we do need that, like, yucky interface. Unfortunately, I just made a change. I don't have undo tree, I think. Yeah, I don't have undo tree, so that's very unfortunate. Okay, so we can rewrite that again. So if res second has symbol in string, then we handle it that way. Otherwise, we add symbol. And we need to do that, and then we need to give it the type, I guess. Yeah, we need to give it the type. So parse types back like that, and then or type equals parse types back. And type here. Now we give this ID and type. Lost the plot for a second, but we figured it out again. Okay. Otherwise, then we want to. So it has a symbol, so we want to get the symbol. Oh, jeez. so we want to get ID first. So we want ID from in string. And then we want the type. So we want type is well, get type. So res second get type. And this will be ID. Yeah, okay. And then we can maybe we can just like stick this in else to deduplicate code. We can do that and that, we can do that and that. And format, and then we should be fine. Okay. So we fixed identifier. I think this should all work now, in theory. We'll find out the hard way. Let's go to our little, uh-oh. It will never not be funny to say I think this should all work in theory and then get met by a wall of CMake output. Okay, so we have to change the constructors, I think. Right? This doesn't change. What is wrong here? AST to HR. Oh, of course that's broken. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we shouldn't need type anymore, right? Or we need it here because of the print. These never needed type, I think. I already removed it. So we need to change here. Oh boy. Okay. So we want get variable, get type. I think that also means we need to get rid of types in HR. Yeah, okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah. Maybe it's easier to change it in the header first. Okay, so it's gone from here now. But we still need that header here for the print. So instead of type, we want name get type, arrow get type. Okay. It looks like that's cleaned everything up. Oh wait, I need to clean more things up. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, this will definitely make a mess, but it's for a good cause, I claim. Okay. I think I'll also need to add like type conversions here, but we'll worry about that as we go. Maybe I'll add the next stage, I don't know. Okay, no more types here. I guess that makes sense. There's only one place that we had types here. that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and we don't need type anymore. Nifty. We also don't need type here anymore, which is cute. This should be breaking, right? Yeah, okay. So we need I get variable, get type. We still need type here, but that's less ugly. Okay. This is good. So now we need to change AC to HR. This doesn't need type anymore. We don't need this anymore, I think. Can I see our Notion setup? It's nothing special. It's just like a calendar, and then like a Kanban board, and then just like a giant database. Yeah, I mean, I also like low-key don't want to leak like my literally everything, so I'd prefer not to, at least, but yeah. What's wrong here? Oh, this needs a type. Oh fuck, do we need a label type? Can you just give it a -1? Okay, I won't be happy. Okay. Okay. Okay, we do need to unreachable this, it looks like. Okay. So we want type label. Yeah, okay. Maybe I just make like a label helper as well. Because I fear this is gonna happen very frequently. So that, and then we want and type label. Does this work? It does work. I don't want that to work, but it works. Yeah, that's not cursed at all. This keeps happening. I might replace label type with like other type eventually, but yeah. This keeps happening. This keeps happening. This keeps happening. Okay, let's add a helper. As if this pile wasn't enough. Unique putter to change in brackets. We want atom identifier. Is that what it always is? Yeah, okay. Make label male. Make label atom. We can just give it a label putter L, I guess. this. We can steal the logic, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this will save a little bit of code duplication. So we're gonna turn that. We want to change this to L. All right. Do we need to make label as well? Okay, I'll fix that up. Labot. That's pretty good. Okay, so we want make label atom from t-label get. We want make label atom. So that always. Let's just do the slogan stuff. Okay, this actually makes this way less ugly, I think. Why is this not working? F label get? Oh. Check bot dev? Bet. Let's see something. Ooh. Wait, we're cooking. Wait, holy shit, that's so good. Wait, this is incredible, yeah. This is really good stuff. Yeah, okay. I guess you could probably change admin to just like just available, because we low-key want to like not make that public. Reserve, you could probably do like a purple box or something. Oh wait, it's a separate thing. It just occurred to me. Yeah, you could do like, yeah. What are you guys building? Our esports server has finally, we've reached a critical point where, people start getting like truly annoyed at our inability to like find out which PCs in our gaming lounge are available, without having to like show up in person. So, we tried getting like API access like 2 years ago. Holy hell, it's forever ago. We tried getting API access and then they said no. So Aiden is doing a little bit of a hacky workaround to make it work, hopefully. So far it's looking very, very promising. It's quite impressive work, I should say. Alright, make label atom. We pass in const get const label. Yeah, everything is held together by strands of spaghetti, but what isn't, right? So, I mean, like, fair enough. Oh, we can throw this up top even. It just occurred to me. Yeah, okay. This seems like the way we want to do things around here. that seems right. Here we can change this out to make label Atom. Honda label Git. This is body. This is cont. Oh shit bar. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh boy. Okay. This will not be fun. Yeah, so we need a type on that as well. Okay, so then we can do that. This needs type as well. ID, type. Yeah, okay. Unscoped identifier, symbol, and then we give it type. We should do the same thing here. Just feed more things into this. Oh, we could do something really funny here, actually. we could just call create unscoped identifier inside create scoped identifier. Yeah, we could do that, but also why? Oh shit, what's good, Shashank? Yeah, holy hell, what a crossover. Yeah, I am making a mess out of my parser because I decided to encode type info into my tokens. And unfortunately that means a whole lot of refactoring. So I'm just tapping away. So we want a get type. Yeah, okay. What was I doing here? Oh, this, okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can do that again. And then, yeah, let's keep going down here. Why doesn't this work? Oh, because I need a type here. These are insane, good luck, thank you. Hopefully your classes are going well as well. We can steal this line actually. Okay, and make label. Need to give this a label type. We have a 0 here. Yeah, this should be 0 and then type int, I guess. Should change this. Oh wait, we do have the type now, so we can get rid of this stupid line. So if we have things and the last instruction is a return, then we're fine. Otherwise, we need to account for that here. So then if it's main, we throw an implicit return 0, I guess. I forgot how it handles everything else. I think it just bricks and calls it a day. Oh, I don't have a void type yet. Okay, that's a next time issue, I think. Okay, because we need to make the implicit return explicit. We don't have get type anymore here. We want get name arrow get type. Let me just pass this type actually. What? Okay, let's break in here now. Oh, we need I get target? Yeah, get target, get type. Yeah, we can do it like that. And that also makes the format less ugly. We need to do the same thing here. So here, and then we want the same thing, I think. Okay, and then let's fix this last one real quick. Actually, declare. Oh, we already do that. Okay. So what's wrong here? Okay, so now it expects two. Yeah, so it takes this and then type. We don't have type anymore. Okay. Let's try making this. Something else is gonna break in a second, I fear. The MIR. Yeah, okay. Can you explain your pipeline for how AST becomes STIR? Yeah, so I guess if we start with the AST, which is just like as close to a literal representation of the program as we can get. There's like some simplifications here and there, but I intend on adding all of the complexity of C back to it at some point. And then we lower it to HR, and what happens here is that we get rid of scopes, and then we get rid of scopes, so like we turn local variables into like numbered globals in some fashion. I think this might be easiest to show with the test cases, although these are a little bit outdated for like obvious reasons, as in like I'm working on fixing them right now. Yeah, so what's a good example? I guess this call chain thing. Call chain, maybe. Actually, what's a good pilot test? I guess we could look at the memtrudge. Yeah, so as you can see here, this is just like straight up C code. We do some like really silly stuff here as an example program, but yeah, it's C. It's everyone's favorite. So now if we go to memtrudge the AST, it looks pretty much identical. The types are wrong in this, but that's what I'm fixing right now. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing, just with like white spaces removed. It reads very, very similarly. I might make it a little bit more. I might make some things more explicit, but we'll have to get to that point first. Yeah, so that's the AST, and then from there we go to HR, which is a little bit more assembly-like, but still not quite. So here the big two things that happen are, as you can see, control flow is all, or like all the instructions are completely flattened, and we lose the scope information. So like for instance, in this memtrudge branching, yeah, so in this function, if we compare it to its equivalent on the left here, you'll notice that all the scopes are gone. So this has like scopes for like the if statements and the else blocks. Those are just flattened in, those are flattened down to one level. And that also leads nicely into the second thing that we do here, which is that we convert this sort of front-end syntactic sugar into, I guess, more primitive blocks. So we convert if statements into like the sort of assembly equivalent of if statements, and we do something similar with like while loops. Yeah, those are the big things there. There's also like some other small things. So, like we deconstruct this in this sort of like declare and assign into 2 separate instructions. Yeah, that's the short version of what we do. And then from there, let me just pull up the yeah, let's go HR on the left and then MIR. So this is the actual middle end IR. It's pretty close to 1-to-1 to some degree, but when we generate it, since we need to worry about SSA form, the idea is we just make stack variables for everything, which is what all these allocades are. And then we just store things in those for now and use those as variables. And then we can use mem2reg to clean this up later on. Any other interesting things that happen here? Returns are moved into a singular block. Yeah, so this is the return block here as an example. I think putter 0 is the return register, yeah. So this would be a return here. So this jumps to the return block, which loads from the return register and then returns it. Yeah, so then from there, we run mem2reg, and it cleans it up mostly. We might have left a little bit of ugly code behind, but oops. Yeah, I'll figure out a way to deal with this later. But yeah, well, yeah, that's a future pass to make. In terms of like the mem2reg implementation, I spent like 3 streams working on this. This is definitely the most impressive thing that I've made so far. It's just the SSA construction algorithm, but adapted for stack variables. So yeah. So first we do fee insertion. So we compute all the dominance frontiers, and then we get each variable, or we map each block where a variable use occurs. And then those are the blocks that we want to insert fee instructions into. Yeah, and then this is just the standard algorithm for it. There's nothing really special here. And then same with variable renaming. It's pretty much the normal algorithm. It uses reaching definition stack, I guess. So yeah. Yeah, that's the high low of it all. There's nothing particularly special about anything here. Yeah, and then the rest of this is like helpers for that. So yeah. Yeah, let me know if you want me to elaborate on any part of it. What do we need to fix? We need to fix HR to MIR. How long have I been streaming? Like 2 hours? Okay. Yeah, this seems like a normal amount of time to stream. I don't think we need to make changes to MIR proper, so I think we can just change the small things here that don't exist anymore. Also, we need to change the hard-coded I64 values, but first we can do this. Instead of get type, we have get variable, get type. Okay, that cleaned up, and then variable, get name, get type. Do use one symbol table per scope or a single table of scopes within it. What did I use? Oh, wait, that might cause a problem. You're so right. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, Good comms on your end. Currently, it's a single table with scopes in it. Yes, this will cause a problem with when we haven't removed scopes yet. But after that point, it should be fine because it's all flattened out. Youch, that's really annoying. Just start semantic analysis and not sure the best, just not sure the best way to represent it. Honestly, for the longest time, I just used the symbol table as a way to like turn string or like create identifiers for strings, so then we didn't have to like do annoying comparison stuff. Or like we didn't have to do string comparison, which is really slow. I think that's a pretty good place to start. If you're building a compiler with just like one type, then I don't think you really need to worry about it. That problem kind of just solves itself. But if you're building something that has multiple types, you might want to encode type information as well. Oh, this is so annoying. I didn't think of this problem. Few types? Okay, yeah. Okay, we're definitely gonna need to redesign the symbol table, I think. Okay. What am I doing? How do I do this? How do I do this? Okay. Okay, I might need to come back to the drawing board. Or come back from the drawing board? I don't know how that expression works, but yeah. The problem I'm foreseeing right now is if we go back to this, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, okay. If we have like int main, so like in the global scope we have like int I equals 0, and then in the scope we have like char or like long I equals 5, for instance. This would fail because the symbol table would see I exists, but it's an int, and therefore it would not work. Crap. Okay. And then it might make like the naive solution here is just to like add a scope level thing to it, but that also doesn't work because we could have another scope that also defines I separately. So like, let's do like short I equals 2, which even more fails. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to deal with that with a symbol table. Yeah, because we can't really do one-to-one mapping here, which is very irritating, I will say. It's a very big problem. Crap. Yeah, and then that also means this thing doesn't work. The hacky workaround here is just to like make them all some generic type. And then yeah, we could make them all generic type. And then we could throw like, I don't know. we'll correct this later, I think. For now, I want to at least get this pile done, I think. I think most of this is good though. Yeah, we need to change these out, I think. Yes, we want I get variable, get type. Actually, we want a type, right? So we want to mir, and then we want I get variable, get type. What's wrong here? What do you mean this is undefined? Bruh, okay. We need to include type, right? No, we do include type. What? It's called 2MIR, right? Yeah. Why is this not? What? Oh, it's what? Okay, it's 2MIR. Little MIR. Okay, we figured it out. Okay. So we manage that now. Okay, next instance is here. Okay. I'm also making a mental note here that with these calls, we can't really do dead code elimination on calls because they might have side effects at least. So unless we add an attribute system, which could be really interesting, unless we do that, I don't think we can really do that safely. Okay, I want to steal this real quick. I want to do this. We want to get variable. Get type, right? So maybe we get the collie? Yeah, we can do it like that. And steal that. And put this up here. It should get type and collie. And we can paste that there. This should build now. Surely this builds now. Surely we've resolved that at least. And then everything's the same type, so I don't think there will be problems on that end. It builds successfully, which is good progress. And then all tests should fail. Okay. But it's for a good reason. Because our types are different. Why is it an I1? Why is that an I1? That should not be an I1. Something is wrong. Okay. Okay, let's debug bin, panic, test, regression, input. Let's do like binary opc. Okay, everything's in I1 now. That sounds not ideal. Where the fuck are we getting an I1 from? There's like literally... Bruh. Okay. Yeah, I deserve that. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. But now they're I-32s, which is completely expected. Okay. So now let's go into the tests real quick. Let's clean these up real quick. This does what we expect that to still. This we need to clean up separately. That is fine, that is fine. Like, not fine, but fine. That's fine. Make that change. Do that. I might need to rewrite a lot of tests to accommodate for this, actually. Or we might want to test for more types. But then this poses another question of how many type combinations do we care about? So if anyone has any ideas on how to reconcile that, please let me know, because this is also useful just like external to what I'm doing here. So the question is just like, how do we handle testing type combinations with all of the types? Because it seems a little bit redundant to write every test just with like every possible type combination as well. I guess we could parameterize it, but like, then how do we deal with like type conversions as well? And that's like annoying to parameterize. Okay, next up we want to fix the MR tests. Let's substitute I-64 with I-32, I think. Yeah, because we currently generate ints, which means we can't really do that right now. Yeah, let's change that. Let's change that. Let's change that. Let's change that once again. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared to figure out how we're gonna do register allocation with different register size types, I guess. Or at least a fast version of it. Let's try testing again. Okay, it still fails some tests, but I guess that makes sense. Did I forget some of these? Is CodeGen soon? It should be sooner, but I'm low-key scared to start it, so It might be a little bit further off than everyone wants, unfortunately. Is there somewhere I'm like messing this up? Which test is this? Simplify CFG. Oh, wait. I-64. Oh, we don't hard-code it there? Oh, I lied, we do. We hard-code some things here. I forgot. We need to fix 2 more of these. So we want this to be a get type why is everything unique pointer? Because I don't want to deal with writing destructors and stuff. And I was running into issues with like double deletes with like vectors. And like vectors invalidating pointers, so I was like, this is too annoying, I'm just gonna make unique pointers and call it a day. I think it's a reasonable design choice at least. It very much could also not. But I spent enough time rewriting it, so I sure as hell am not gonna unrewrite it for the time being. Okay, perfect. Why is this failing? This does not look like it should be failing. Why is this failing? This is in fun call memtoreg. What are the differences here? Oh, wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, what? I'm allowed to add pillows dependency. What is pillow again? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, sure. Wait, what? What is happening here? Okay, let's run this through diff checker so I can actually like read this. Is there a better way to like I can just like do this, right? That's it? Is there an online tool that lets me do this? Okay. Or wait, no. We can do this from make new. Oh. Okay, this will do. Okay, let's edit this. I think it's this one, and then this one is different. I don't see a difference. Ah, I see a difference, okay. So, what the fuck happened here? Okay, so big whoop, these have swap places. Okay, cool. Great. Great, wonderful. Cool. Okay, this is, this change is meaningless. So let's... okay, we need to figure out a test for the new case as well. Let's make this. Let's throw this into, like, scope as well, I guess. Or what we could do, now that I think about it, we could just not parse anything other than int, which obviates a lot of the work that we've just done, but I mean, it would be easy and it'd be convenient. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's just leave it as is for now. Let's fix up this one test real quick. I'm not sure why the test output changed, but yeah, okay, that's the only one that fails. So this is mem2reg, and then, yeah, so let's go in here. Let's comment that out for now. Let's rebuild. And then let's run this on test regression input mem2reg. Let's send it to test regression expected mem2reg opt. Still fails? The fuck? Wait. What? Huh? Wait, this makes no sense. Why is this different? So the real one has 3 as the small one. Expected has why is it different? Wait. What? The fuck? Wait, I'm so confused. So we want to check while. Okay. Okay, so this is the same. So why is it not the same? What the helly? Maybe rebuilding? Nope. Was? That build was really fast as well, I feel like. I don't know. Huh. Why is it doing that? What is different about the state? We gave it the same program. This is no reason to be failing. We run it in the same way. We run it in literally the same way. There's no way this can be different. What the fuck? It's just meant to reg. I have no idea why this test of all tests started breaking. This makes zero sense. We've literally just swapped 2 and 3. That's all that we've done. What? So why is the fee order different? It should not be different. It's literally doing the same thing. This... What? Turn the fan back on. I'm getting frazzled. Now with passes, build, do that again. Run passes. Is this not any different? I'm so confused. I don't know why this test is breaking. This should not be breaking. Which one is the failing on again? We can get rid of all of these, right? Yeah. Actually, okay. So the while is the one that's doing weird things. Is there anything that could possibly be causing it to be acting up? Admin doesn't track uptime? Yeah, that's tough. You could probably just like do like dash or something like that. Cause like 0 is just straight up misleading, I think. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, it might be this thing. Oh no. Okay, so we did run into the issue actually. Can I kick the admin off anyway? Yeah. Oh no. This is gonna cause problems, I fear. Yeah, okay. Well, shit. Either that or we're parsing something strangely. No, we're running the same shit. This shouldn't be happening. Factually, this shouldn't be happening. I mean, I guess I could paper over the issue by just getting rid of the extraneous fee, but like, I wouldn't change anything. We'd have the same mess. Let's do fee removal, I guess. Or in simplify CFG. Let's do that next time. For now, let me try to write a test case that triggers the bug that I was talking about earlier. And then I think that would be a good place to call it. I've been working at this problem for at least a while now, so. If I could maybe not work on this for the next year and a half, that'd be great. Yeah, let's make a test. Input, source and scope. Scope, handle, diff types. Can long typed equals 2. And another scope. short type equals 3 and 4. Or type even. So let's try running this on scope. Yeah, it breaks. Very much breaks. Why isn't this? Yeah, okay. Because it treats them all as int. Which is not what we want to do. Is there an instance where we ever pop back off of the types? I guess this also catches that bug, huh? This would be in parser. That makes sense. Let me parse the type again. Or how do we assemble a thing? Identifier. Yeah, okay, this doesn't do what we want it to. Ah, fuck. Yeah, this would be perfect if we changed this out to wait. Why is that just empty? That doesn't make sense. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. Has symbol, we should still use type, I think, or we should use. And we could also get rid of the other interface thing in okay, well, I hate this so much. Yeah, let's just do it like this, and then this should crash now. Yeah, okay, perfect. And oh my god. Okay. You could be writing JavaScript now? Yeah, that's true, that's true. What the fuck do I even do with this pile? I've dug myself this mess. Okay. Front end. Okay. Everything that isn't in utils, or actually no, we could just add everything, I think. Actually, what changes do you make to symbol table again? Because we could probably get rid of this thing, this new thing that we added. Just get symbol. Yeah. We should know the type of the thing, I think. Alright. Yeah, in theory we should know the type. I'll leave it here in case I need it again. Oh, I need to let's amend that. Fix tests except they still break Lamau. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good place to end off today. If you've been here for the whole 3 hours now, thank you so much for being here. And just watching me struggle to reason about code. If you're new here, make sure you sub to my channel and like the stream. It really helps out with the algorithm and helps get my content out to more people. And while you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. That's the best place to get notified when I go live or when stream times change. That happened today when I was dealing with tech issues at the start. And also connect with me on LinkedIn and add me on GitHub to stay up to date with what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna go online now and think a little bit more about how I'm gonna fix this symbol table stuff. Take care, y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day.